Every time I play God of War 2018, I can't bear how good it is, and with God of War Ragnarok coming, I thought I'd do a bit of a review on the game. Disclaimer, I will only be reviewing God of War 2018, although I will be talking about the other games. Also, a major spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game and want to try it out, do not, under any circumstance, watch this video, unless you of course want to be spoiled. And with that out of the way, we can begin. I'm not exaggerating when I say on the title that this game is nearly perfect, and I'm also not exaggerating when I say that this game is also trash. Yeah, my opinion is about my opinion about this game is conflicted, but only because of 2 or maybe 3 scenes. But trust me, these 2 or 3 scenes are enough to make your opinions be as conflicted as mine. So, the game begins with Kratos hugging and then chopping down a tree. As he goes to pick it up, we are immediately reminded of his past doings and the only curse that he can never remove from himself, his past. After that, we get some yada 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 yada. We want to get to the good part. So, we get one of the most defining scenes in the game. In this, you can see it in the background, of course. This scene will define the relationship between Atreus and Kratos. A dark figure. That's what Kratos is to Atreus. They don't connect. They can't connect because Kratos has been missing for the majority of his son's life. After this scene, we get the tutorial and our first enemies just to get us started. After a while, we get our first bonding scene, quote unquote, between Atreus and Kratos, with Kratos feeling love for Atreus but hesitating to show it. Well, I guess he hesitated too much because a big ass troll stops by and puts up a fight with our daddy Kratos. Of course, it's a big mistake. This is the game's first boss. Kinda early, don't you think? We're like 20 minutes into the game. I mean, Dark Souls really did set a very nice standard, but God. So, when we defeat the troll, we get a scene of Atreus showing his anger and taking it out of the troll. Truth be told, Kratos even surprised me when I first played the game with the "you are not ready, boy." After that, you get back to the cabin. Kratos collects Faye's ashes and then tests Atreus to show him that his anger is shit and that he cannot use it properly. That was the last good scene of the game because after that the game becomes so boring. Psych. In this battle we get the true first boss, Baldur, or the Stranger. And I must say, he puts up a great fight, but after that, Kratos and Atreus venture through the big ravine that opened from Kratos' battle with Baldur. And here comes the game's first problem, which, although not big, it is negative. The game's puzzles. Truth be told, they do require the player to be smart, but oh my god are they annoying. And not because of the nature of the puzzles, but because Kratos cannot fucking jump. Why? It's fucking Kratos. The guy killed the fucking pantheon and even more gods, demigods, and even the fates them fucking selves. He has broken time, destroyed the world, killed Zeus, and you're fucking telling me that this guy cannot fucking jump. Now, don't get me wrong, he can dodge or roll apparently, but he can't fucking jump. He has to send Atreus up in a platform, lower it down, freeze the mechanism, and then climb through a chain that he has to command Atreus to throw. Wow, God of War, that's so nice. Anyways, I do not want to linger on this for too long, so let's just continue. Kratos and Atreus explore a bit and then stumble upon Brock, a dwarf, but not a regular dwarf, a dwarf that has the best humor in the game, unlocked with Mimir. Now, after meeting Brock, you meet another friendly character, Freya. Okay, and then another, and dozens of others, and then another. I think you kind of get the point. You meet like 100 or something friendly characters in the span of an hour. Although, for the sake of fairness, most of them are unnamed or just not important. Now, why is this a problem? You might ask. Of course, it's just friendly characters. Well, it has to do with the other God of War games. In the previous God of War games, Kratos fucking murders every fucking person he sees, enemy or not. He doesn't stop. He even kills his friendlies. And not only that, he brutally murders them. I know that Santa Monica needed to hammer the point home that Kratos is changed and all, but what the fuck really? He now kills anyone that gets in his way. Not everyone. He's a pacifist now.
Look at all this snow! It's a winter wonderland!
Anyways, so you meet Freya and then Jormungandr, who is actually a very chill dude. He even helps you when, of course, needed. After that, you go towards the mountain, but oh no, there is this black mist thing that does something. I don't know what the fuck it does, but does something to you. So we need Freya to appear and take us to another fucking realm. We just got to the mountain. A moment later, we leave the mountain and then go back. Now, I must say, Alfheim is fucking beautiful. Okay, the visuals, the tension, they're all so good. But there is another problem. Here comes another problem, okay? Because this section of the game is so forced, and just that is only because you can't leave the realm. And because it is so long, it also becomes easily forgettable. And every time I replay the game and remember that I have to go through Alfheim, I want to stop to go play something else, because it's just that boring. And that is not the only tedious section of the game. There is one more which is by far way more annoying and tedious, but we'll get there later. So, Kratos and Atreus leave Alfheim and return to the mountain. There, they find out that the stranger is Baldur, and he has survived from the neck snap before. He has also brought two scumbags with him, Magni and Modi, the sons of Thor, and they are talking to Mimir, the self-proclaimed smartest man alive. Long story short, we cut off Mimir's head and return to Freya to revive it. She does revive it, and we learn that she is, or actually was, I don't really understand, I don't even think that the game understands, that she is or was a god. Kratos hates God, and I don't really think I'm going to need to elaborate on that. So, he gets angry and they leave Freya's house, and then return to the temple. Now we're gonna skip over this kind of stuff because it is simple exploration and has almost nothing important to it. So let's just cut to the chase. The Magni and Modi boss fight. For me, of course, always this video is opinions. So for me, it's the second best boss fight for the game. Okay, it has a long series of attacks you need to dodge or block, and then respond with your series of attacks, runics, to deal a fuck ton of damage. When you beat the boss fight, Kratos kills Magni and Modi just fucks off. Kratos just walks towards him and he's so fucking scared that he fucks off. You get a piece of a magical chisel, which is why he came here in the first place. Fast forward to the temple. Modi finds you and gets Atreus mad. Again, of course he does. And he tries the baby Spartan Rage, a baby version of the Spartan Rage, which simultaneously makes him ill and makes him pass out. Kratos destroys Modi, and nothing personal kid throws him out of the temple. Goes back to Freya to try and heal Atreus. And here it is. Okay, like 10 minutes into the video. The best scene I have ever witnessed in gaming. It's not a big battle boss fight or reveal of a realm or anything like that for that matter. It's an elevator, a dark, small ass elevator scene. But it's what happens in this scene that makes it so iconic. Okay, and this is not only my opinion. Every person I have ever talked to, or every person I will ever talk to, said that this specific scene is one of the best scenes in gaming. So, Kratos is anxious, of course. Then someone blows the horn and calls Jormungandr and calls the world serpent. And then Kratos starts hyperventilating and begins to pace. Okay? Left and right, left and right, left and right. Now, of course, if you have an IQ below 0, or above 0 for that matter, of course, the player must have understood by now that Atreus will not die in this scene. There is too much shit going on in this game. Shit that requires Atreus' help to complete. So we know that he won't die. But even then, we feel anxious. We feel as anxious as Kratos feels. Okay? Because Kratos is stuck in this elevator, waiting for it to rise, just to face a god. Something he hates with every fiber of his being, and rightfully so, I might add, past experience or something, I don't know. So after that we get a trip back home, not in Greece, of course, although that would be cool, but in the cabin. Kratos finally wears the chains and the Blades of Chaos are now obtained. Ooh baby, let's go. So yeah, we go to hell and fight the bridge keeper. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see what boss it will be. It's a fucking troll. Okay, I hate this boss fight. I absolutely fucking hate it with every fucking fiber of my fucking being. We needed to fight the fucking bird, like standing behind. It's so fucking huge. The bird, not a troll. For fuck's sake, I don't get it. Santa Monica, please, okay? You have so much fucking money. Sony has so much fucking money. How couldn't they pull it off? I don't understand it. So let's continue from where we left off. The troll dies, we get its heart, and return back to Freya. Now, Freya heals Atreus, and we tell Atreus that he's a god. He takes it kind of cute, I will say. His reaction is kind of good. And now we get to the worst part, let's say, of the game. Unfortunately or not, every game has a very bad part, and unfortunately or not, God of War is no exception. So we got back to Tyr's Temple, and I find it very good that we do that. We go back to Tyr's Temple, we complete some quests there, some puzzles, and we have two very big bonding scenes. The first one is when Atreus sacrifices his mother's last heirloom, the knife, his knife, and the next one is when Kratos gives Atreus another knife, a new one. And after that, Atreus becomes a spiteful monster for no fucking reason. Well, actually, there is a reason. The developers wanted one scene in the game to not feel forced, but because, well, I'm mentioning it, so it does feel forced, and when something feels forced, the entire thing feels forced. Not only this one scene, the entire thing feels forced. So, what do? You go from Tyr's Temple, you go back to the mountain, so that you can open the bridge to Jotunheim, the portal to Jotunheim. The Atreus starts becoming a bit of a, let's say, bad person. Okay, he starts becoming. I would not say. Well, he starts becoming shit. Actually, you know what? For lack of better word, I'm sorry for the lack of better word, but in my opinion, he was shit. All right. He swears. Not swears. Well, he speaks bad of Faye. He speaks bad to Sindri. He even kills Modi at one point, and after killing Modi, the game just gets revived for a bit because Atreus stops responding to your commands. Now, when I first played the game, it felt like a bug. Okay, to me it felt like a bug, and I thought that it needed to get fixed. I was actually ready to after I completed the fight scene. I was like, I wanted to go to Sony's site and actually report it as a bug, but then I got this scene, and then I realized that, oh shit, I was wrong, and actually Atreus just stops responding to your commands because, well, I don't really understand why, but it feels good because Atreus doesn't warn you. Like, he's not like, I'm now gonna stop listening to your commands, or the game also doesn't warn you. Like, Atreus will now stop listening to your commands. It's very sudden, and you're not expecting it. But after that, the game takes a very deep dive, and I must say it really doesn't recover from this dive. Okay, so you go up the mountain and finally get to the peak. Now, I would say that, who's calling me? Okay, I would say that this scene, like I said in the beginning of this part, it feels forced. Okay, so what happens in this scene is Balder somehow tracks us down. Well, he does track us down because if you were paying attention, actually, you would have noticed that the protective rune of Freya is wiped off when you are trapped at Tyr's temple. So That's a bit of a callback, you know. But Balder actually starts, smack talking Kratos, and Kratos slams him through the gate, through the Jotunheim gate, um, and after that, Atreus, shoots Kratos with an electric arrow just to slow him down. He then attacks Balder, and Balder just fucks him over because Balder, of course, cannot feel anything, and he just leaves. And then we go to to one of the worst parts of God of War. That it makes no sense. Okay, Balder drops down to a dragon. Now, my question when I first played the game was, how the fuck did the dragon get here? Like, there are two possibilities. Okay, either no, well, actually three. Either Balder just spawned the dragon somehow. Okay, or he tracked us down and just parked the dragon and then climbed down to the dragon, tied Atreus up, and then started the dragon, you know, the engine. Or he tracked us down, okay, and swore the dragon to silence. All right, he just, I don't know, he taped his mouth or something and then came up, took Atreus, and then jumped down. It's stupid, but that's the stupidest part. Okay, the worst part is a minute later. Okay, now I actually do like this part with the running scene when you're in Tyr's temple. It really gives you up tension. But then we get this scene, and then the tension is so high because we think that Asgard, we can tease Asgard. The game is gonna tease Asgard, and we're gonna see what Asgard looks like. Well, fuck you, because nope, we're just gonna go back to hell for the worst part of this game. That's the part that I said I hate. Okay, and that's why I hate it. You are in a fucking ship, alright? Always just trying to keep the fire steady, trying to keep the fire lit, alright? Going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, alright? With absolutely no mobility. You are not free, you don't feel free, you cannot unhook the ship if there is any enemy around, alright? You cannot jump over gaps when the hooks break the ship. And after that, after this, also it takes too long, okay? It takes like, so I think it takes like 5, 6, maybe even 7 minutes. And battles, of course, need variety, battles need options. So after that, we get a bit of a, I don't want to say good scene because it's not. We just get a aha scene where Mimir reveals a secret on a broken shrine that could lead us to Jotunheim. Now, the thing about this is that how lucky do you have to be for this part of the shrine to be in hell in the precise place that you dropped into and not in Asgard, because it's Odin stole it. There is no reason for him to put it in hell. Okay, hell. Freya even says that Odin cannot survive in this cold. No, actually, Mimir says that. Freya says that no fire, no magic can light even a blaze in this realm. All right, and here you are, and here is Odin just storing shrines that he thinks he might need later. It's dumb, but whatever. So we continue on. We leave hell. There's also a good scene. I will call it a good scene. A callback from God of War 3 as a vision of Kratos beating up Zeus, and then Kratos confronts Atreus, but Atreus says that he didn't see anything, which actually surprised me. I thought that Atreus, with how much of a spoiled shit he is, I thought that he would want to discuss that, but apparently he didn't. So after the hell part, you go and create a key. Broken Sindri are now reunited, and you go you go to another part of Tyr's temple. You flip the temple over just to get one travel stone. This travel stone takes you to a bridge to Jotunheim's bridge after a very short, I would say, section of, let's say, a battle arena. You finally get the Jotunheim bridge back into Midgard, and you can finally realm travel to Jotunheim. But oh shit, when you go to realm travel to Jotunheim, you can't because there is no travel crystal, because Tyr must have used his eyes. Now, there is something wrong. Mimir only has one eye, not two. So we need to get the other eye. Now, there is also a neat little callback here that when the serpent ate Thor's statue, that was that was a good callback. So we go into the world serpent's belly. We take the eye. Balder hits the serpent. It spits us out, and we are finally to the final boss. Okay, the final boss is not fun. For me, at least, I don't think that it was fun. So what you basically do is, well, I don't really know. He just fight Balder. He doesn't have new moves. He doesn't have anything new. The only thing that he has new is like some dashes that he does, but these are not important for me. These are not important enough for me to address them. Also, he does, well, actually, Freya does awaken Thamur, the giant, the frozen dead giant. Which, if we could fight Thamur, this would be better, but meh. So Balder tries to kill Freya. We kill Balder. Freya takes it very well. Actually, I thought that she would not like it, but she actually did like it. She even cheered up Kratos. And here is the end game. Finally, we go back to We go to Tyr's temple. We travel to Jotunheim, leave Mimir behind, and we go. And here are some last-minute revelations. Okay, Atreus is a giant. That wasn't a joke. Atreus is actually a giant. I thought that in order to be a giant, you need to be, giant, but apparently God of War has defined that as well. Well, Atreus is a giant, okay? Faye was also a giant. And Faye was watching over you all along, because every time that you go to climb something or go to jump over something, there are these marks. These marks are from Faye. Now, I think that it's really funny to think how Faye actually did these. She took like a graffiti thing and just started spraying it. She took a spray can and just started spraying every rock in every realm that you would visit. It's not dumb. It's funny to think about. All right. After that, we finally get the last bonding scene of the game with Kratos calling Atreus' son. They scatter Faye's ashes, and then Kratos tells a good story. The story of Atreus the Spartan. And yeah, that was actually a very nice story. Mimir really lost it. And after that, the game is completed. That's bullshit. No, I'm joking. Okay. I'm actually half joking. Okay. I'm not really mad with this ending. I'm kind of mad with the ending that we got, the secret ending, because the secret ending is really shit. Okay. It begins with Kratos going back to the cabin and throwing Mimir on the floor, hanging the Leviathan axe, and going to sleep. Now, years later show up on the screen, and that's really strange for me because Atreus was like the same size and he had the same voice. But it was actually a dream. Mjolnir has come to town. Sorry, well, actually, Thor has come to town. He flashes Mjolnir, and then the game really ends. Now that's what I call bullshit. Listen, okay? Please, justify me for 1 second. How cool will it be to have a last minute fight with Thor, alright? Or to have Thor tease Asgard. Okay, the Asgardian castle, the Aesir wall, the great Asgardian wall. It would be so nice. Alright, but instead we get a dream sequence. Thor just flashes Mjolnir, he just does this piano thing with his hands, with his fingers, and then the game ends. I didn't like this ending, okay? Personally, I'm a fan of. I am a fan of, you know, I wouldn't call this a callback. I'm a fan of. I don't really know how to say it. I don't know. Even in the script, like I haven't written any word to describe it. I am a fan of something premeditated. Let's say, okay, like something happening in the first game and then it actually happening on the second one. But if you want to have a premeditation, please do it correctly. This is not a correct premeditation because it just flashes Mjolnir. Okay, we already know that Thor is gonna be in the next game. I mean, he's all over the promotional material, so well. But yeah, I didn't like this ending. Okay, that's for me. God of War misses landing a very nice ending. Okay, they could have just teased Asgard. They could have had a fight with Thor, and just Thor fucking destroys Kratos, leaves him for dead. Atreus is in danger because, well, what the fuck could he do against our big boy uh, Thor? And then roll credits, and then say that this is a dream or a premeditation or whatever. Okay, it missed landing a very nice ending, personally. But yeah, uh, but now that we've completed the main game, it's about time that we go to the the game's best boss. And this boss is the Queen of the Valkyries, Sigrun. Now, Sigrun for me, oh boy, was she good. I loved Sigrun. Like I have a file right now on my PlayStation that I always go to warm up when I want to play God of War again, because I love Sigrun. I love the Sigrun boss. Okay, this in this save file I just loaded up and just win over like defeat Sigrun 2 or 3 times, and then I go and play the main game in my main save. All right, that's how much I love uh, um, Sigrun. Okay, but Sigrun is actually set up really good, really well. But she has one problem. Okay, in any difficulty other than the easiest one, she's too hard. All right, and I don't get me wrong. I love challenges, but boy oh boy, is she a challenge. She's too hard. Okay, because she has like 20 something attacks in her disposal. She has 20 times the health of every Valkyrie that you fight. Because, listen, Sigrun essentially has been hammered down and just her pieces have been scattered around to the previous 8 Valkyries that you have fought. Every Valkyrie that you have fought up until this point has been training you to fight Sigrun. Okay? And this is very well set up, okay? I like it. But the thing about this is that Sigrun, for some reason, has combined all the attacks of every Valkyrie and combined all the health of every Valkyrie. At least in Give Me God of War. I don't know about the other difficulties. I've only played the game in the easiest one, the normal, and the God of War one. I haven't played it in the hard because I felt like there is no point. Like in a game that has 4 difficulties, there really isn't much of a point playing any other difficulty than the easiest one, the medium one, and the hardest one. Because the hardest one, the enemies will be just fucking damaged sponges, and in the first one they will just be fucking feminists. Also, that was a joke. Please do not attack me. But anyways, so um, yeah, in my opinion, Sigrun is too hard. But even though I think that Sigrun is too hard, I believe that doesn't ruin the boss fight. Okay, in my opinion, Sigrun was the best boss fight I have ever fought in any game. All right, not only God of War, in any game. Dark Souls is eating shit right now. All right, that's what Dark Souls is eating. And yeah, that's that. It would be an understatement if I were to say that I loved Sigrun. Really, it's It's a very nice boss. But here comes a problem that not only Sigrun has, everything has. When you put the game in the Give Me God of War difficulty, the hardest difficulty in the game, um, there are many mistakes. Okay, you can pop out mistakes that really you cannot notice in any other difficulty because the enemies just die so quickly. But in this difficulty, in Give Me God of War difficulty, I believe that they are let's say, most noticeable because every enemy is a damage sponge, and and enemies have this thing that in the middle of a fight they will just level up. Their level from 7, let's say, it will go to 8. They will every health bar, every health point will be restored, okay, and all their attacks will be turned to red attacks, okay. Now that would not be a problem, kind of, if it wasn't bugged, but it is. Most enemies can just level up instantly and kill you because they level up instantly. Also, most enemies are bugged and they can level up 2 or maybe even 3 times, which is bad. And when they level up 3 times in a row instantly, the fight is pretty much lost. The enemy is like 11 levels, so you're pretty much guaranteed to die. And yeah, that also applies to Sigrun. Sigrun cannot level up, but when she is at half health, not half a when she's at half of her health bar, like when you're at the 50% of her health bar, her eyes start glowing, and she starts emitting these purple-ish particles, and these particles show you that every one of her attacks, except the throw attacks, will be red. You cannot you can no longer block the attacks of Sigrun. You can no longer Sigrun becomes way harder to defeat. Actually, Sigrun took me about 2 real life days to complete, to defeat in Give Me God of War, and I'm still playing the game in new game in God of War, in Give Me God of War Plus, which starts all the enemies on level 7. They level up instantly, and also Sigrun's eyes start glowing from 75% of her health bar, not 50, which makes the fight pretty much impossible. I still haven't defeated her, and I've been trying for like a week or something. So yeah, I could say that she's too difficult, especially in the Give Me God of War Plus, which then ruins the boss fight because when she has so many attacks in her disposal and so much health, and she can even level up, and all her attacks are red, you really don't have a chance because she just everything she does is so quick. All right, for example, I will show you an attack now on the background. You can see you will have to predict Sigrun moving in under 5 frames. All right, and predict and hope to be predicting right. All right, like if you were to dodge left in this attack that I'm showing, you would die. You can only dodge right, okay, because the wing is cut into a format that it hugs you if you try to go left. So you only can go right when she strikes you, and she moves like in under 12 frames or something. You cannot evade her. All right, and in Give Me God of War Plus, you just enemies deal so much damage, like you're 2 shot, if not 1 shot, from any red attack. So yeah, like I said, Sigrun is too hard in any difficulty, but especially in the God of War, in the Give Me God of War Plus, she is unplayable mostly. Now, in any other difficulty, she is hard, but that doesn't ruin the boss fight. And yeah, well, that's about it for today. That was, by the way, the second part of God of War, of the God of War critique. I would say that I am bad at editing, so I will probably have messed something up with the editing and delete the video 2 hours after it is released and then repost it. But okay. Also, probably this is recording me. I'm not editing right now. Probably there will be. I will have like linked these two parts. I do not know. I believe that I would have. So yeah, that's about it for today. I hope that you liked it. Please, if you did like it, uh, leave a like. If you disliked it or want to, uh, let's say, ask me something or would like to make a comment about the video or a suggestion about a game that I should review or anything else, a game that I should play, please do so. Also, I'm planning on playing Dark Souls 3 on the channel and also Hollow Knight. But Hollow Knight is kind of expensive, so I will need to get the money to buy it. But yeah, after that, I will be playing Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight seems very nice. It I personally like these type of games. But yeah, I wanna be trying new games for the channel because I don't really wanna be only playing Minecraft and well, actually Minecraft Minecraft and FNAF in my Twitch at least. So yeah, also if you could subscribe, it helps me really much with the algorithm. And yeah, also, down in the description will be my socials, my Willow link. Well, if you don't know what a Willow link is, you practically tap on it and you can see every link that I have. And there is my YouTube there, my Twitter, and I'm also planning on opening a Discord server. If anyone is interested, I will update the link probably today, the day that I'm uploading the video. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.